Yes. Um, no, I think you've answered those questions well. What I'd like to ask is, how do mainstream Muslims, many of whom you've cited and who you're in communication with, how do they, I mean, is there a concern among them that about free speech and civil liberties that,
Absolutely. I'll give, Fareed Zakaria is an example. This man is editor of Newsweek and has a CNN show.
yes,
Ali Walshi is on CNN. There are two other anchors on CNN, top reporters who are Muslim.
yes,
What's the deal here? Who is saying that they are aggrieved?
yes,
The people who say that they have nothing but contempt for individual liberty and secularism and do not respect the First Amendment, those are the guys who turn around and say, we have a problem. Well, of course they have a problem. If they believe that women should be sitting at the back of the bus and in the basement in the place of God, and whereas every other American, when they go to their church or place of worship, men and women are in the front rows, they will definitely have a problem.
yes,
So it's their problem, not the rest of us.
yes,
They have to understand that the American Revolution is about 250 years old.
yes,
They have to catch up.
yes,
This is not the 12th century, this is the 21st. So it's just a matter of rearranging digits.
yes.
But nobody is asking them to do that.
Why is it, do you think, that nobody's asking them to do that?
Well, on the one hand, the right wing cannot pass away guilt-free of not having attitude of. Just hold a second, just a second.
Sure.
Rashid,
No problem.
I lost my chain of thought. What were
The question was,
yes, why are people not speaking about this? So on the right-wing press in the United States, more so over there than over here, takes umbrage and then falls into the temptation of attacking Islam itself. On the other hand, the left wing, whether with the liberals or they become apologetic. And they act as if the people, for example, being tried in Guantanamo Bay are some heroes that are being persecuted. So between these two extremes, there has to be found a middle ground where people would not be accused of racism for asking the simple question as to why would so many of these mosque establishments take money from the Middle East?
yes,
Why is it that Middle East money goes into organizations that are doing supposedly civil liberties work? Those are legitimate questions and should be asked with due respect to the community.
yes.
And nobody wants to do that, and we're paying a very heavy price.
What do you think is going to happen in the case against McLean's?
I am worried that these three jokers who sat there as a troika, who couldn't even understand law.
Are you talking about the judges?
Yes, they are not judges. Who appointed them as judges? These are political appointees that are beset there. They could not even understand, as what I was following, as to what the issue was. Any court that says that a complainant doesn't have to appear, doesn't have to testify, it's a kangaroo court. It might end up, chances are that the case would be dismissed, but there's more likelihood of these three political appointees trying to prove that they are politically correct will turn this into supposedly like a David and Goliath issue, and accuse and find Maclean's magazine as guilty.
Now, as a outspoken moderate Muslim yourself, who's attracted some attention from the extreme elements, are you concerned that you could be brought before these commissions?
Oh, I would love to. Let them bring me there. I won't go. I would just sit there on a hunger strike and interrogate these judges and tell them where they came from. I would tell them to their face that you are political appointees. This is not a court of law. I mean, it is like somebody who failed to get into the Marines, then gets into a private contracting company and becomes a security guard at a mall. That guy is not a GI. That's an excuse for a GI. These are not judges. These are jokers.
Yeah.
The moment that young man was found to be lying, somebody should have reprimanded him. I'm not a lawyer, but I could see through the travesty of justice that is being done. These human rights commissions were formed to protect tenants from racist landlords, from people being rejected for jobs because they were black. You know, and they've turned this into bringing to shame the country's most respected news magazine.
Yes.